Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Oilers and the Atlanta Falcons. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Here's Richardson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, a leap it, he will make the catch. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Houston. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Oilers marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Mattison. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Running from the shotgun with Mattison. Oh, good move. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Oilers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Hurts flushed out right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Rolling to his right. Shifts by him, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going?
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Oilers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Hurts. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him. And that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Hurts throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Richardson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. Touchdown, Houston. Anthony Schwartz, 56 yards. And the Oilers are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
To throw is Richardson. A final shot before break. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's complete. This is Starks. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Hurts throw taken in by Ridley here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Second down and goal. Hurts. Touchdown, Falcons! Pat Freiermuth with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now for the point after. And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drives. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Throwing again on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daron Payne able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is taken around the 12. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And now out comes Houston. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 43 yards. And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Daron Payne in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 60 yards. And the Oilers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Draw play, Madison. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now Richardson to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Richardson throwing on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him, maybe the guys up front, combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here's Madison running left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything